Hey there, and thanks so much for being part of our Atlas Member Direct mobile application beta users, or sort of first users testing group. We created this group for some of our key clients who we interact with a lot, and that who we think would be great test cases to test out the mobile application, but also to give us really good feedback about the things that you like about it, the things that you might have issues with, or new features that you might want to see over time in the mobile application as well. So we really appreciate your help with all this, and I'm going to show you some of the resources you have access to, and some of the systems that we have in place to be able to give us feedback on this, and also some of the features of the Member Direct mobile application. So first, I would point out, I'd like you to take a moment and join us on the Atlas Member Direct beta testers Facebook group. This is where we'll be able to sort of hub together all of our feedback. So if you do have any feedback about the application, if you encounter any issues that you see, or if you have any ideas about features and functionality that you might like to see, this would be a great place to put that. So we've created this group for you. We have a QR code that we'll have sent to you, or you can just go to the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Atlas Member Direct, right? So you can go there, and you can go there, request access, log in, and then if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, you can hit us there. Certainly you can use Facebook Messenger to send us information as well if you have me on your group or whatever the case might be. And obviously we'll be speaking with you very often over the course of days and weeks anyway, so that works for you as well. But this is sort of just like a 24/7 opportunity. If you want to drop a comment or leave some feedback, this would be a great place to do that. So I appreciate that. Please go join that group. We're going to conduct a lot of our sort of like internal communication there. So number one, do that. Step number one, do that. Go to Atlas, facebook.com/groups/Atlas Member Direct. The second resource I would point out to you is atlasmartialartsoftware.com/member direct. This is a resource webpage for you that has some of the assets that you'll have at your disposal for getting you and your staff and students up to speed. The first thing I would mention, though, before we go any further, in this first round of beta testing, we're highly recommending that you use this mobile application for only right now you and your staff, right? Just a sort of a chat application, sort of like a group chat group and things like that, so that you can kind of get a sense of familiarity with the mobile application. You can get your staff up to speed on it, and you can get a sense of how it sort of works. In our phase 2 of our beta testing initiative, we'll then roll that out to students as well, so that you can use it for that purpose as well, right? So that's all about. So that's sort of our first recommendation. The second element that, as I described, was using atlasmartialartsoftware.com/member direct. This is a website that has a few free tools. That if you scroll down here, if you scroll down to how to link to your account, there are a couple of guides here. There's a member and parent guide, and there's a school staff guide. Go to the school staff guide first. When you go there, obviously you'll have links to go download the mobile application for yourself. Then it sort of walks you through some of the steps on how to set the application up and get it configured. It's really pretty easy. If you're already an existing Atlas Martial Arts Software user and or your staff are users, all you have to do is log in with your same user credentials, right? It uses the same user account as you log into Atlas Martial Arts Software. So once you do that, you're kind of there, right? And then you can enter the chat area, and you can create that chat group with your staff and things like that. We also have a downloadable PDF of these instructions here as well. What we recommend is that you print this out, download it, print it out, and just hand it to your staff members. They should be able to follow the instructions there. We've also provided for you, if you go back to that homepage, a parent guide and members guide for when we're ready. When we're ready to roll this out to students. Same thing is available here. So there's just some instructions on how to set up the application, how to link to their account, and a little printable PDF that you can just hand to students as you enroll them, as you get them up to speed, as you want them to participate in the mobile application. So we'll stick a pin in that resource for just a moment. We'll come back to that. Okay. So let's talk about the assets and resources that are available to you in Atlas Martial Arts Software. So here you see that I'm logged into the application. remember, I've now downloaded the app for myself and maybe my staff, and I've logged in with my user credentials, the same user account that I used to log into Atlas Martial Arts Software. So now I've logged in, and you'll see that on my screen, I may have something that you may not be seeing right now, which is the Atlas Member Direct dashboard widget, right? If this is not on your screen, our staff will probably do this for you. But if this isn't there, just go to your Add Gadget button. And inside here, the gadget will be like if it wasn't there, it'd be in here, and you can add it from here, right? Then it would add it to your dashboard, and you can drag it around and put it wherever you want it. This dashboard widget is going to be critical for you. This is sort of like a central chat hub on your dashboard, so you don't have to go into each individual person if you don't want to see if they've replied or to see the chat thread. If you look at the little caret here on the dashboard, this top group here, this top dashboard element inside the widget is your staff chat. We have a special dedicated staff channel for you and your staff members that no students are part of, so that you can chat with your staff directly. And this is the entire staff group, everybody who's a staff member in your school. So if you click this little drop down here, you'll see that you have the chat thread here that you can review. The same is true for each and every student that you might have. So for example, Daffy Duck here. Here's the chat message, the chat thread for Daffy Duck, and apparently he's counting 1, 2, 3, right? So you get the idea. So this is sort of like a top-down view of all those chats. This is kind of like our text messaging widget on the dashboard, where anytime incoming chats come in, you can see them here. You don't have to, go digging for them to find them. So number one, go ahead and add that widget to your dashboard, put it somewhere prominent so you can monitor it, right? Obviously, you'll see all the chats on your mobile phone too, but you get the idea, right? So that's the first element I would point out. There are several other elements I'm going to point out to you too. I think 5 other elements I'm going to point out to you. But before we do that, we do need to talk about permissions. There are 2 levels of permissions that we've included in the mobile application at this point for you, your staff, and your students, and for their parents' comfort. Number 1 level of permission, as you typically do with Atlas features, any features for your staff members to use inside of Atlas, they are permission-based. You can turn on or turn off this permission for your staff to be able to use chat at all inside Atlas Martial Arts Software. All you have to do is go to their staff profile in your people list, right? You go to the staff list, and you go to any staff member's profile. I'm just going to pick one here. And just as normal, if you go to their staff tab, security, right, and then show their permissions, you will now see a new permission available in here called Atlas Member Direct Messaging. We totally identify that you may have some staff members who have staff logins to Atlas Martial Arts Software who you may not want chatting with students, right? You may not want them to be able to chat in the staff chat group. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, right? But you can turn that on or off here globally, right? So if you uncheck this box for that staff member, that staff member, while logged in, will not have access to the dashboard widget, will not be able to chat with students back and forth via any of the tools inside of Atlas software. Okay, so just understand the permission widget is important. The permissioning is important for you to be able to control who doesn't have access to that. Okay, so that was just sort of item number 1 on the permission side. So element number 1 to be considered of is the dashboard widget, right? So there's the dashboard widget. The next element is if you want to chat with a student directly, you can either go to their link here, like if you just hover over their name, you can click it and you can go right to their staff profile. Their person profile, whether they're staff or not. Inside the person profile, you'll now see, if you have the permission turned on, you'll now see the Atlas Member Direct chat widget, right? So right inside here, I can chat with. Here is a message to. Who is this? Daffy Duck. This is Daffy. Daffy, and that I've now sort of begun a chat with Daffy Duck, and Daffy on his phone will now see that chat pop up, and we now have a chat thread that we can talk back and forth, right? So that's element number next is here's how you do one-on-one chats. So if I wanted to chat with a staff member, in this case a staff member or a student in the future, you just pop into their profile, chat with them directly. You now have a closed end-to-end chat with that person. Okay. Now, as I say that, there's one other level of permission that I would like to describe to you. We know that obviously you have many students and even some staff members who may be minors, right? They may have parents or guardians or whatever. They may not be legal age to contract, etc. So we give the buyer, right, the contract holder, the ability to turn on and turn off chat in the mobile application. I'll show you that in a moment here. But they can also require that if you're a parent, they can also require that that the student can't chat with the staff without the parent being in the group. Does that make sense? So I would just quickly mention to you, as a parent goes to their mobile application, they can go to the flyout menu. They can look at, I'll show you instructions for this later. They can look at their student profiles, and inside the student profiles, they can turn on and off that permission. We'll come back to this later when we are rolling this out to more students in the beta group. Does that make sense? So again, for now, we're going to focus on staff members, but you may also have staff members that are minors as well that you'll want their parent permission for. Okay, so we'll accomplish that. So number two element that you're going to want to know about inside of Atlas Martial Arts software is the direct chat widget. Okay, next is if I go to the people list, any of the people list. I'm going to go to students for this case. I'll go to staff. I go to my staff list. There are a couple of new elements on the people list that you'll want to know about. The first is the Member Direct app column, right? If you go to your column chooser, you'll see that there's a Member Direct app now, a column that you can add to your lists, any grid that you want. This grid shows you any of the students or staff, any people who have installed the mobile app and activated it, linked it to their account in Atlas Martial Arts software. So, for example, you can filter who's registered and who's not registered, right? So clearly you can see these green checks, these people are registered, this guy is not registered, right? So these people I can now chat with. So let's say, for example, all of these are blue belts and I want to send a group chat, not a group chat, but individual messages out to all my blue belts, just like I would send an email or a text message. Let's pretend that these three people are all blue belts, right? I'm just going to check them all. I could just as easily run a filter, right? I could filter by rank and filter by the blue belts and check all the blue belts, right? So I can check all the blue belts here, and then I can go to group actions just like I do with an email or an SMS. I can now send a chat, right? So if I hit that option, I get to my chat screen here, and I should have those people who are blue belts, who I've just checked, and I think there's one duplicate in there, right? And then I can now, here is a message to more than one person, right? So now I can send that group, that chat out to any of the people who are in that distribution list, right? Once that chat message has been sent, it's going to give me an option. Would I like to send another message, or would I just like to go back to the dashboard and go from there? In this case, I'm just going to go back to the dashboard, okay? So that's how I send a group chat, not a group chat, a mass chat, a direct message, a mass direct message, just like I would do for an email or an SMS. The same is also true now in our message center, okay? So I can start with the people list, I can start with a person profile, or I can start with the message center. If I go to Marketing Tools, Message Center, I go to Compose, you'll now have a new widget here that sends a direct message. This logo and title will change here over the next couple of days. But I can now send a DM, a direct message, a chat message. So if I click that guy, I'm back at my chat screen, and I can select any active users, any users that have their user profile turned on and linked to their account, etc. And again, I can send, here is another chat message. And I send that now to all of the people in this distribution list, right? These three people, right? And again, I have the chance to send another message, or I can go back to my dashboard, okay? So in the Composer, you now have the ability to send messages to one person or to many people, however you want to do that. So I would recommend step number 1, join us in the Facebook group. Step number 2, go to atlasmartialartsoftware.com/member direct, download the mobile application, download the mobile app from your favorite app store, and then look at the staff school guide. Okay? And get yourself linked. Get your account linked. Just log in with your normal credentials. Then make sure you go in and add the dashboard widget to your dashboard. Consider the permissions that you want your other staff members to have. Do you want them to have the ability to chat or not? Right? It's up to you. And then you can start experimenting with sending group chats, sending individual chats, etc. with your staff members. Now, remember, in the staff chat area, the way we're thinking about this right now is that these are all of your staff members in one group chatting where it's public for everybody in that group to see. Okay? Also, another paradigm that we're following is that my personal belief is, and you may disagree, but we have a way to deal with it, is that I never want my staff members to be able to direct message or chat with students without me knowing about it. Does that make sense? So what we're doing inside the mobile application, inside your app, if you're the owner, and inside the dashboard widget and everything like that, is these chats are transparent to you, right? You can see all the chats. You can see all the messages, right? You're the person who kind of can control and monitor all that stuff. Just FYI, right? So I do not want to show you, I'm not going to show you any of the mobile app itself. What we really want to do is have you explore and kind of discover everything, and you let us know how intuitive it is. How easy was it to figure out where to go and what to do, right? The last thing I would mention for today is for this version of the beta application, chat is really the core feature, right? We've done all the backbone work of linking to the Atlas and linking the accounts together and doing all that sort of permissioning and things like that. And right now, the key feature, the core feature that we're testing is this chat function, right? We have not turned on, we have not enabled really any other feature yet. So understand that right now is its core competency. Its core use case is chatting back and forth with people. For right now, staff members. In version 2 of beta, it will then also be students as well. Okay, so please consider that. Take a look at the resources that are available. atlasmarshallsoftware.com/member direct. Go to the Facebook group. Join there. Let us know what you think. Okay. All right. I really appreciate your time. Thanks again so much for all the help with this and for all the feedback. I know you guys are going to be great. You guys are going to give us some really good concepts. We have a lot of objectives for Member Direct. This is a thing that we've been aiming at for so long, having direct connect, giving you the ability to directly connect with students and buyers in a much more robust way than just email or text messaging, right? So we're really excited about this. We have a lot of features coming along the line, and we really appreciate it, and we're really excited to see what your feedback is and the things that you would value on this application. Okay? So thanks so much. Really appreciate your time. We'll speak again soon. Thanks.